Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Down! Get it! 280! I got you.
First carry for James Conner. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
6 man. Check cross.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. To throw is Ryan. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First down, Colts.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He finds his running back, Hyde. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run, Hyde. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, Brandon, if I see a dime look, if I see 6 defensive backs near the goal line, I'm changing to a running play every time.
And they had 6 there. Surprised he didn't audible at the line?
Very much so. I'm going to count on my offensive line in this situation against the lighter defensive backs and try and push it across the end zone that way.
They'll try to surge ahead with Conner. And he takes it in for a Colts score. James Conner, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked.
Mike Hunt, 180. 2.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Second and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete. James White. And they'll get him down here at the 23. On third down, Cousins. It's complete to Grant. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago! Ryan Grant, 77 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They start with a give to counter. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Down. Ready.
On 3rd down, Ryan. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Cousins. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. He hits White, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. A little flat.
They run. It's Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Hey, no, easy.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. He's got Jack Doyle. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw, Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Cousins to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready, get ready. Back 25. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work. Get across midfield.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
Ready. 25.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Get
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Juju Smith-Schuster. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see. Last 50. Joker. Check 30. X3. 218. Chopper. One time.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. It's caught. This is White. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. First down, here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. It's caught by Funchess. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Kill. Black. Smoke.
Cousins on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins taken in by the tight end Doyle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Ryan Grant, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room. And
this is caught inside the 15. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Left side, Doyle with it. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with White. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Gun! He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
From the 38, Cousins. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Singletary again. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to... need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And some space here. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The drive will start with Connor, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Now it's Ryan. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Ryan. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
59, ready. Back to you. Ready, set.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Wait, 58.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. He's got it. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. They come out here in the eye. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. James Conner with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Prater on to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Funches has it complete. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Cousins again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that's complete. It's Sims. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Now Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Riley Ridley His first touchdown of the new season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to 2.
Next to score, Colts 30, Bears 28.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Connor going backwards here on the first down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. Mike 59, Mike 59, 51. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to... Like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Ryan to Connor on the check down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Ryan. Open man here is Hamilton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, a give to Hyde. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll look to run with Connor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I know, easy.
Cousins to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Two.
Number 41-yard line.
Here's Cousins. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. One last shot now for Cousins. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment.